Hey, this is Lana McAra, and I'm excited today to bring you another recipe called Amish Baked Oatmeal. I found this in one of those old cookbooks with a plastic spiral binder years ago, and it looks so great that I wrote it down. So this is to help my kids eat oatmeal because, like a lot of kids, they got to the point where they just didn't want to eat oatmeal anymore. And so when I found this, it was really the ticket to get them into eating some oatmeal because it has a lot of protein in it, the way that we're doing it here with eggs and milk and so forth. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is set the oven to 350. And then we're going to grease our pan. This is a 9 by 13 pan. I prefer glass, so I use a lot of glass because I don't like metal in the food. So just give it a quick grease up here. This is another one of those recipes that's really quick, which, you know, with my big family, that's what I always loved. Let's just set this aside and pull out the bowl here. Okay, so we're going to start off with the oatmeal, and this is just regular instant Quaker. It's not Quaker, but it could be. And we're going to put a cup and a half of oatmeal into the bowl. And it looks like my half cup is gone, so I'm going to use 2/4. All right. And then I've got 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And my butter is melted. I've got a half cup or 1/4 cup of melted butter here, but I'm going to go ahead with my dry ingredients. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I always look for baking powder without aluminum. Very important. And then 3/4 teaspoon of salt. All right, those are the dry ingredients. So now let's stir this together. I'm going to get ready for the others. Everything goes into the same bowl with this recipe. It has a really good kind of cookie flavor, but it's a little more sturdy, I guess you call it, or thick than cookies. And you can put these in bars and they can grab it as they go out the door, or I like to serve it with pouring milk over it. Eat it like cereal because it holds its body pretty good and it tastes good. It's way different than having a bowl of gloppy oatmeal set in front of you, as far as kids go. Okay, 1 egg. And a half cup of milk. And this is my own vanilla. I learned how to make vanilla from YouTube, actually. All it is some vodka and vanilla beans. Okay. And it calls for 1 teaspoon of vanilla, but I'm going to use a scant teaspoon because this is very strong. Much stronger than what you buy in the store, and much cheaper too, by the way. It's really great. I love making my own vanilla. It tastes so incredibly good. All right, so now we've got this. Mixing this in. And all that's left is the butter. Now I'm kind of hesitating on the butter because it's melted butter and I don't want it to cook my eggs. So I'm going to just pour it in the corner over here. And this is it. This is pretty, another quick thing. You can make this the night before. You could have it ready and have your dry ingredients ready and throw in the rest of it in the morning. Alrighty. Let me just double check I've got everything. Oatmeal, brown sugar, milk, butter, egg, baking powder, salt, vanilla. Yep, got it. Okay, so get my pan. And just pour this in. It's going to spread out pretty thin, and that's okay. You want it to, so it can get really chewy when you bake it. You're going to bake it at 350 for about 25 minutes to 30 minutes. And just keep spreading and spreading until it gets all evened out. Alrighty, I love this recipe. It's so good. Okay, and then what I do sometimes, I just give it a shake like this. Okay, there you go. Ready to go in the oven. Okay, we set the timer for 30 minutes. There we go. Okay, let's take a look. It smells unbelievably great. That vanilla is just incredible. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to call it. For this, you want to have it in a little bit longer and get a little brown than you do for a cake or something, because you want to have it be chewy. I'm going to let that cool for a few minutes, and then we're going to take a taste. Okay, let's go ahead and take a test. I'm going to move this over. You can see a little better. As you can see, my methods are very low tech. I like simple ways. Okay, we're going to get a little spatula out here. And I'm going to hold this up just a minute so you can see. It's so nicely browned on the edges. You can see that. And it's dense. It's springy when you touch it. And as it gets cooler and cooler, it's going to get more and more dense, which I really do like, because I like it to hold its shape when we're eating it. Whether we're eating it with milk or whether we're just picking it up like a cookie and eating it that way. I mean, you can even eat this like a cookie with milk and it's still breakfast, not dessert. Okay, there we go. Got 2 pieces in there. And I'm going to take my milk and pour it over. This is how I like it. Not everybody likes it like this. Some of my kids just want to drink the milk. Wow, that's good. It's actually, you can hear a little crunch there when you dig into it. See, it holds its shape really well. Yeah. I have to say the edge parts are my favorite. Well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.